Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Overnight, the Australian dollar failed to stage any significant moves in the overnight session and is presented at this stage struggling towards the 60-day moving average at 71.20 and along with that trying to claim the 71 cent handle after getting a high of 70.97. It is assessed that further weakness should come back into play and therefore look to the immediate resistance of 70.45.55 with 69.40.60 exposed below. Also note that above 71 cents is a supply zone, but do allow at least 50 points in attempting to find where those orders are to return supply into the market and see the further weakness to emerge. The technicals are a little bit on the concerning side, but let's see how the market plays in the next 24 hours. The euro is closing in on the top side as the dollar index plummeted even further overnight to a low of 96.38 and now in the support zone around 96.25 to 40. It is assessed that if the market doesn't stage any kind of rebound soon in the US dollar, then we will see the challenge of 113.55 and the key resistance is above at 114.45 to 65. The MACD at this stage is bearish, but we could still see the fact from a close today of a bull signal coming through, so keep an eye on that. Looking at dollar yen, the market still represents a bearish outlook and still looking towards 110.20.25. With the technical implications remaining bearish, I do expect to see any advances to fail, so still keep my view to the downside. The pound took a stab at 133.50 overnight, but didn't break above it, and this stage still questions whether we are in a bull phase. As the whipsaw continues over the last 3 days, and the uncertainty of a possible hard landing for Brexit could still see the market plummet with 16 days remaining for the deadline. May see a turnaround back towards the region, I believe, of 131.80 to 131.10. Gold rallies further overnight, and as you can see from the close, we are above 1,300 in New York this morning. And now looking towards, I believe, the highs of 17 to 24 as safe haven demand increases on the back of the British departure from the EU, along with the risks of US and China tariffs. That safe haven is still coming back into play, and the technicals are still looking pretty bullish as well. Finishing up with the oil, the market broke above $58 last night and now looks towards 61 as a potential target. The immediate support now seen if we see any type of pullback on an intraday of 57.10.15. Reassess the market if we get above 59, as we're only about 50 points away from it now. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day that's ahead.